They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some run to run now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offense coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. The left side throw complete to Adams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. After 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his Lance on third down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready, break.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Gold is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Throw for it on fourth down. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Carr again. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Carr now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think at the top they just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 33 yards. And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But it's Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 20, Raiders 6. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 4th down, Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come. Intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to, says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Let's go.
McCaffrey on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off and on comes Robbie Gould. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I?
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly